Yeah, you know what? And that's a big confidence boost right there for Conover when his coach puts just relies on him and shows some confidence in him. And Conover's going to need to do his job, especially pitching just such a big deal in the postseason as you got to play so many games in just a few days.
The interesting thing about these two teams is that they're about the only two teams in the tournament that don't utilize a designated hitter.
Yeah, and they're both matching up right now. I noticed that myself. No designated hitter in either lineup today.
So, Conover on the mound for Emery. He will start things off by facing the top of the Canyon View order, the center fielder, who has one hit away from the state record for most hits in a season, Trenton Bubba Ludlow, followed by Asher Slack, then Brady Anderson. If they get to the fourth batter, that will be Jaron Bradshaw. Conover on the mound here for Emery. First pitch, misses up for ball one.
Yesterday we saw Bubba Ludlow get a ball from, they threw one back in, and he broke a hitting record for Canyon View, is what that was for.
Most career hits for Canyon View, right?
Yes.
Ludlow flies one into right field. On his horse is Stilson. That one's going to be over his head, and that one will go all the way to the wall. Ludlow's on his way to third, and he will come in standing up with a leadoff triple for the Canyon View Falcons. And again, which should be the hit that breaks the record for most hits in a season for Bubba Ludlow.
Yeah, they might want to get that ball. And what a way to break the record by a stand-up triple, right?
Yeah.
He just hard hit ball, drives that over the right fielder's head.
So the most hits in the season was 55. That puts him at 56.
Great hit right there.
That brings Asher Slack to the plate and misses inside for ball one. There's the 1-0 from Conover. Swung on, ground ball to the right side. Fielded at first. They're coming home for Ludlow, and they'll get him. Nice play at first base by Trevin Gilbert to Bronx Olson as Slack hits into the 3-2 fielder's choice.
Yeah, really good play right there coming home. And you see that the catcher, Bronx Olson, he kind of catches that and goes up the line to tag him, and instead of waiting for him to come sliding in.
So with one out, one on, Brady Anderson stands on the left side. First pitch, misses low for ball one. Conover checks Slack at first base. The 1-0 pitch, swung on, fouled back out of play for strike one.
Good job by Emery's defense to cut that run down, and you got one out, runner on first.
Yeah, that was a big play.
That was a really big play.
Next pitch to Anderson, misses up and away for ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And mind you, Ludlow is no slack when it comes to running. He is very fast.
Yes. So 2-1 count to Anderson with 1 out, runner on first. 2-1 pitch, misses up for ball 3, and a 3-1 hitter's count now for the dangerous Brady Anderson. Anderson's hitting .390 on the season. Throw over to first, not in time.
Just want to check Slack there, make sure he stays honest.
Canyon View crowd wanted a balk called.
We've seen a few of those today.
Yeah, we have. Throw to first, not in time again. So he dives back safely. Yeah, so hits in a season. Brock Watkins of Pleasant Grove had 55 in 2019. Bubba Ludlow in 2025, now with 56. Swing and a miss there for Brady Anderson for strike 2.
Good pitch right there to come back and get a full count.
You know, Price Atwood has 47.
Wow.
This season as well for Canyon View. Runner takes off. Pitch is fouled off to the left side, out of play as Slack will have to head back to first base.
So Atwood has a chance to maybe get into second, and I mean they got games to play, right?
Yeah, they do. You look at the list here, and it's anybody 50 and above is on that list, and so Atwood certainly has a great chance to get into that number there. Pitch misses outside for ball 4 to Anderson. He'll draw the one-out walk and puts runners at first and second now for the Falcons. They'll bring on a speed-up runner for the pitcher Anderson.
Bring some new baseballs in here.
They were trying to make sure that Coach Jorgensen wanted to go ahead, or Coach Jacobson wanted to make that change. So they do bring in the speed-up runner for Anderson. That'll be Sanders that comes in. Jeter Sanders comes in to run.
That's a cool name. I like that name, Jeter, being a Yankee fan and everything.
Great starting point guard for the Canyon View basketball team this year as a sophomore. Of course, his older brother Phelps, also on the baseball team here, was one of those star players for the Falcons basketball team. Jaron Bradshaw in on the right side. First pitch, thought about it, held off. Did he go around? First base umpire says he did not. Ball 1 low and away. There's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Bradshaw on a 1-1 count.
Hard swing and a miss right there from Bradshaw. So look at the crowd here. There's a few more blankets in the crowd this game than there was last, but it's chilly out there.
Yes, it is. Next one misses up and in for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. We talked about the career hits record in the state of Utah. I think that now puts Bubba Ludlow 4th all-time in career hits at 146.
That's impressive, though.
Yeah, 18 hits behind the record of Parker Crum, who had set that last year from Duchesne. 2-1 pitch. Drops off low for ball 3, 3-1. Hitters count now for Bradshaw. Check the runner. Here's the 3-1 delivery from Conover. Misses. Nope, on the inside edge for a called strike 2 and a full count. Bradshaw was headed to first. The umpire wasn't pointing to first. He was calling strike.
Yeah. Called strike and brings Bradshaw back to the plate with a full count.
Conover comes set from the stretch. 1 out and 2 on. The payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled off out of play by Bradshaw as he stays alive in the at-bat.
Yeah, and you saw Asher Slack just take off on that pitch right there.
Just like he did on the previous full count when Brady Anderson was up.
Yep. Jeter did not. He stayed there at first.
Conover, again the payoff pitch. Runner goes again, misses high for ball 4, so back-to-back walks. That's one of the things that Coach Jacobson talked to me about. Said, you know, we feel like if we got to make Conover earn strikes. They felt like he might be able to draw some walks on him, and they're able to do so here early on. And Coach Stoker, pitching coach, out for Emery.
Yeah, and then when you get those walks, right now, Canyon View's looking to take advantage of 2 base on balls in this first inning and make those hurt. Coach Jacobson come down to talk to Atwood and just give him a little bit of encouragement.
Coach Stoker leaving the mound now for Emery as he heads back to the dugout. Hitting from the left side is Price Atwood now. First pitch, misses out for ball 1.
Emery brings the corners in with the bases loaded, and they leave their middle infield back for double play depth.
A time called by Atwood at the plate. Atwood hitting .540 on the season. One-0 pitch on the outside edge for a called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's 1 out here in the inning. Bases are loaded for Canyon View. They try to strike first here. The 1-1 from Conover. Called strike 2 on the outside edge. Canyon View crowd doesn't like it. But a 1-2 count nonetheless.
Yeah, the umpire being pretty consistent, it looks like.
There's the 1-2 pitch. Misses up and in for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Atwood. Slack is at third, Sanders at second, Bradshaw at first for Canyon View with 1 out. Here's the 2-2. Misses low for ball 3. 3-2 full count now to Atwood. This will be 3 straight batters that Conover has gone to a full count with. The previous 2, the batter fouled off a pitch on the 3-2 count before drawing a walk on the next one. Here's the payoff pitch to Atwood. Misses high and away for ball 4. 3 straight walks issued, and Slack will come in to score as Canyon View strikes first.
Yeah, just nothing you can do about that, right? As a defense. And Conover just going to have to bring it to him and let him hit it and see if his defense can help him out here.
That'll bring Zach Main to the plate. First pitch, right down the middle, strike 1.
That's what you want to see right there. Just keep giving him a heavy dose of that. Fastballs down the middle. Keep it low in the zone, see if you can get a ground ball double play.
The 0-1. Gonna miss low and away for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, because that's key, right? That the double play ball's still in effect.
Yeah.
And so you can get out of this still just giving up the 1 run.
Yeah, that'd be huge for Emery right now with bases loaded.
Yes, it would. Main calls time as he steps out of the box. He'll stand back in on the right side. The 1-1. On the outside edge for a called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes from Garrett Conover.
Got an interested JUAB team. They're staying here to watch at least some of this game. I don't know if they'll stay the whole time, but they're going to watch some of it.
Yeah. They're close enough. They have to go to school every day while they're up here.
Yeah, that's terrible.
1-2 pitch, swung on, ground ball to the left side into the 5-6 hole. Jensen knocks it down to hold it to an infield hit, but it's an RBI infield single for Zach Main, 2-0 Canyon View.
Good job right there, keeping that in the infield. I mean, if that gets past, that's another run that comes across the plate. But a run does score right there. Brady Anderson's, well, his position comes in.
Yeah, Jeter Sanders. That brings Chandler McClellan to the plate. First pitch swinging. He fouls it off down the right field line for strike 1.
Chandler had himself a home run last night. Good second baseman for Canyon View.
He stands back in on the right side. Conover resets on the mound. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2 and an 0-2 count.
Oh, good breaking ball right there by Conover.
So Conover working ahead on the last 2 batters. After walking 3 in a row. The 0-2 pitch, breaking ball misses up for ball 1. 2-0 Canyon View here in the top of the first inning. The 1-2 pitch stays up for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Canyon View kind of starting where they ended, just putting a ton of pressure on the opposing team, getting runners on base however they can, and just keeping their foot on the pedal.
Here's the 2-2. Swung on, ground ball to the right side, 1 hop. The flip to second in time, throw to first is in time. The 4-6-3 double play. Christiansen to Jensen to Gilbert to get out of the jam. But Canyon View strikes first as they get 2 runs in the inning. They do so on 2 hits. No errors committed by Emery, and 2 runners left on base through 1/2 inning of play. It's Canyon View 2, Emery 0 on Kent Centricom, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, Sanpete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
Welcome back here to Utah Valley University as we go to the bottom of the first inning in a 2-0 ball game. Canyon View leads Emery here at the 3A Baseball State Tournament. And the Spartans bring the top of the order to the plate to Bo Stilson, Trig Jensen, and Hayden Abrams. If they get to the fourth batter, the cleanup hitter is that Tice Larson. Brady Anderson on the mound for Canyon View has a quick 0-1 count to Stilson. Anderson, a left-handed pitcher for the Falcons. 0-1 pitch, swung on, fly ball into center field. Ludlow on his horse. That one's over his head. That will go all the way to the wall. And Gilbert chugging for second, rounding on his way to third. A good throw in from Ludlow, but Gilbert will slide, or Stilton will slide in safely with a leadoff triple for Emery as he matches Ludlow, who led the inning off for Canyon View with a leadoff triple.
Yeah, how about that? The first two hits of the game for each team are triples. And hard-hit triples.
So Bo Stilson, who had a huge series against Manti, comes out firing here in this one with a big triple to center field. Yeah. And Ludlow knew it was over. He turned and ran immediately.
Yeah. He wasn't looking to catch that. He just looking to get that in as quickly as he could.
So that'll bring Trig Jensen in, hitting from the left side. First pitch, misses out for ball one.
Stilson, much like Ludlow, he's very fast.
Yeah. 2-0 Canyon View, but Emery with the runner on third and no outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Swing and a miss there to Jensen for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's interesting. Ludlow hits his ball over Stilton's head for the triple. Stilton hits his ball over Ludlow's head for the triple.
Yeah, it's true. 1-1 count to Jensen. Sanderson sets. Jensen will square to bunt, drop it on the first base side, and it's going to roll foul. Like Zach Main there at first, realizing that if it's going to be really hard to get Jensen out, saw the spin on it, let it roll foul.
Yeah, if that stays fair, I don't know if anybody's out. He obviously would have had to tag him to get the out.
But just strike two. So a 1-2 count. Anderson, again, just prefers to work from the stretch for Canyon View as he comes set. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Misses up for ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Trig Jensen doing all he can to plate this runner, cut the lead in half.
The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Jensen will go down swinging for the first out of the inning, first strikeout of the game for Brady Anderson.
Yeah, Anderson says, I don't think so. I'm just going to throw this past you right here for strike 3.
So that brings Hayden Abrams to the plate now for the Spartans. First pitch, breaking ball, strike 1. Good pitch from Anderson.
You can see that the sun, you can see Ludlow trying to shade his eyes out there. The sun's in his face right now. left field's now in the shadow. They got a little bit of sun.
1 pitch, swung on, chopper up the middle, going to get past Anderson, picked up by McClellan. Throw to first is in time, but it's an RBI ground out as Stilson will come in to score. Nice play by McClellan, but the Spartans are on the board on the 4-3 ground out.
Really good job, McClellan. He's moving to his right there. Got a speedy Abrams run down the line. Has to quickly get that ball and throw it over to first to record the out.
So that brings Tice Larson to the plate now with 2 outs, nobody on base, in a 2-1 ball game. First pitch missed low to Larson. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Misses outside for ball 2. Hitters count. Canyon View crowd wanting that call. Two-0 pitch. This is up and away for ball 3 to the cleanup hitter.
Yeah, Emery right now just looking to get another guy on base and see if they can try to do something with 2 outs.
Anderson on the season, a 2.70 ERA in 46 2/3 innings.
It's very good.
3-0. Fouled off to the right side for strike 1. We've seen a lot of guys swinging at 3-0 this week.
Yeah, really surprised me right there that this early in the game you're swinging on 3-0.
So 3-1 hitters count now for Larson. Next pitch misses low and in for ball 4, and Larson will draw the 2-out base on balls. He heads to first as Hayden Christiansen comes to the plate. Yeah, and really those that have swung on 3-0, it has not worked out well
No,
for them.
yeah, we haven't
often.
seen it be effective. In fact, we saw it be very ineffective in the earlier game today.
Yeah.
So the first base on balls right there by Anderson that he's given up.
Hayden Christiansen on the right side for Emery. Made a nice play to start the double play to end the inning at the top half. First pitch on the inside edge, strike 1. The way this umpire comes up, it just looks like he's pointing to somebody.
It does, yeah. Yeah, it does.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Same spot, strike 2. So an 0-2 count to Christiansen. Larson at first here for Emery. 2-1, Canyon View leads. 2 outs here at the bottom of the first. The 0-2 pitch swung on and fouled back out of play as Christiansen battles.
Yeah, good swing right there to stay alive. That after seeing 2 inside pitches, Anderson goes out to the outside part of the plate, and Christiansen's able to foul it off.
So no balls, 2 strikes. The pitch from Anderson. Misses up for ball 1. That was a loud what from a Canyon View fan.
Yeah, it looks like it may just stayed up in the zone, or up out of the zone, I should say.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back to the screen as Christiansen battles.
They got down in the count 0-2 earlier, but now he's seen 5 pitches in this at bat.
Anderson comes set. The 1-2. Breaking ball misses high and away for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Christiansen works it back to even.
Now this will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat.
Yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2-1, Canyon View leads Emery here in the bottom of the first. Emery has a runner on first. Time will be called as it took a long time to get the pitch to Anderson, the sign to Anderson. The 2-2 misses way high and away for ball 3 and a full count.
So 8 pitches at this at bat. Now we've got a full count with 2 outs. Runner on first.
Yeah, we'll see Larson taking off on the pitch as Anderson comes set. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Christiansen will go down swinging for the 3rd out of the inning. 2nd strikeout of the game for Brady Anderson, but Emery gets 1 back. 1 run on 1 hit in the inning. No errors committed by Canyon View, and 1 runner left on base through 1 inning of play. It is Canyon View 2, Emery 1 on Centricom, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Marijuana has a lot of names, and even more opinions about it. It's a gray area. And even though we don't know everything about it, we do know that the adolescent brain is still under construction until early adulthood. A developing brain's gray matter, the stuff that lets kids think, analyze, and create, can be impacted by misusing cannabis at a young age. So talk to your kids. Let them know that gray matters.
To learn more, visit graymatters.utah.gov.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
Welcome back here to Utah Valley University as we go to the top of the 2nd inning in a 2-1 ball game. Canyon View leading Emery here at the 3A Baseball State Tournament. And the Falcons will bring the 8, 9, and 1 batters to play this inning with Jake Thomas, Cannon Williams, and Bubba Ludlow. If they get to the 4th batter, that will be Asher Slack. Garrett Conover on the mound for Emery. Thomas in on the right side. First pitch from the right-handed throwing Conover. Right down the middle. Must have been low for ball 1.
Yeah, definitely right across the middle of the plate.
There's the 1-0. Low and in for ball 2. 2-0 hitters count now for Thomas. There's the 2-0 pitch. Misses out for ball 3, and Conover continues to struggle to find the zone. He walked 3 batters in a row in the 1st inning before getting out of a jam.
And the hard thing is, even if you work back and you work it back to a good count, still just throwing a lot of pitches.
And ball 4, 4-pitch walk issued to Jake Thomas. He heads to first base.
That's 4 straight balls right there by Conover.
So that'll bring Cannon Williams to the plate now for the Falcons. Williams will stand in on the right side.
Yeah, Williams, he's trying to turn this thing back over to the top of the lineup to let them do their work.
First pitch, squared the bunt, pulled it back, and watches ball 1 go by high.
Had Larson, he was charging on that. He's going to stay right there on the grass, on the green turf.
Conover sets, turns and throws to first. That's going to get past Gilbert. Down the line it goes. And going first to third on the play easily will be the speed-up runner for Canyon View. That's Phelps Sanders out there running.
Well, they'll take the bunt off now. That a little bit of a wild throw over there on the pickoff move. Just got him all the way to third.
Yeah, when it gets past on those throws over to first, there's so much room in foul territory that it's guaranteed 2 bases for runners.
Yeah, it is.
Next pitch to Williams misses high for ball 2, so a 2-0 hitters count now for Cannon Williams, the number 9 hitter in the Canyon View order. 2-0 pitch, stays up for ball 3. So Conover still trying to find the zone.
Don't see anybody. There's no movement in the bullpen down there for Emery.
Next pitch, there it is for a called strike one.
That was a good-looking pitch right there. Just came straight over the top. Just threw that thing right down the middle, and coach just wants to see more of that at this point.
Next one. Breaking ball doesn't drop in for ball 4, and that'll put runners on first and third now for Canyon View at the top of the order coming to the plate in the form of Bubba Ludlow.
Dangerous hitter right here. He's looking to extend their lead.
Coach Julian asking for a better strike zone, more favorable strike zone, I guess.
Yeah, I think he's just asking where that last pitch was. Felt like that was probably a strike, and the official felt like it was, I think, high and out of the zone.
So Ludlow stands in on the right side with runners on the corners. Middle corners are pulled in on the grass for Emery. First pitch from Conover way outside for ball 1. Good catch by Olson.
Yeah, that really was. That was a really good catch by Olson behind the plate.
The 1-0 pitch in there for a called strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ludlow's 1 for 1. He tripled to right field in the first inning. Ended up getting out at home on a ground ball the next batter. The 1-1 pitch up above the head of Ludlow for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
So we've seen one way outside, way inside, and one right across the middle for a strike. So 2 balls and a strike. 2 runners on. No outs.
2-1 pitch. Swung on, line drive into right center field is down for a base hit. That one's going to split the outfielders before it's cut off by Abrams. 1 run comes in on the double from Ludlow. Holding at third is Williams, but it's now a 3-1 ball game and 2 runners in scoring position.
Another hard hit ball right there to the power alley in right center field for a double and scores a run. Gets himself an RBI.
Brings Asher Slack to the plate, but Coach Julian's out of the dugout first, and a change is coming for Emery. In the top of the second inning, Canyon View leads Emery 3-1, and they've got 2 on with no outs to the Falcons. We'll let you know what the change is when we come back on Centricom, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
This is more than just a job. It's a culture, and it's how we do things here. Since 1932, our values of teamwork, accountability, and quality have driven us. There's nothing more precious than human life, and we all honor that responsibility. We are standing ready for when you need us, to serve you with our hearts, our minds, and our experience, and most of all, human connections.
Jorgensen's Power Sports is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor adventure needs. We carry a wide variety of ATVs, UTVs, RVs, firearms, outdoor accessories, and much more. Complete with both a service and warranty department. Check us out online at www.jhsport.com or give us a call at 435-896-6408.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
So new pitcher for Emery, Trevin Gilbert, takes over on the mound for the Emery Spartans in the relief of Garrett Conover. Conover goes to play third for Emery, and moving from third to first is Tice Larson. At the plate for Canyon View is Asher Slack. First pitch, strike 1 to Slack. Runners on second and third. Emery does pull the infield in with no outs. 1 run across in the inning. Curveball here, ground ball to third. Going to get through Conover into left field. And then he got in the way of the runner, and they're going to call interference on him. I think they're going to award home. Yes, they will, as Ludlow ran into Conover on the base path. And so he's going to be able to go home and make it a 4-1 Canyon View lead. First error of the game goes on Emery.
Yeah, and that's a big one right now. Coach Julian is going to come out and talk to the umpire about it.
I didn't see how the whole thing's set up, but he clearly ran into him and trying to get to the base.
Yeah, just good replay right there by Adam. Ludlow, he's coming around the base, and Conover's going out to cut it off, and they just run into each other.
So that'll bring to the plate now Brady Anderson for the Falcons with a chance to help out his own cause. 5-1 your score. Canyon View leads here in the top of the second inning. First pitch to Anderson missed for ball 1. Next pitch from Gilbert on the outside edge, strike 1 and a 1-1 count. About a 2-step lead. Runner takes off, swing and a miss. Throw down to second is in time. Oh, he must have missed the tag in plenty of time. But the field umpire showing Coach Julian he missed him by 2 feet.
Okay, yeah, the throw was definitely there. It's hard to tell even on the replay.
Yeah.
The ball definitely beat the runner there.
Yes, it did.
But if he just swiped over him.
1-2 count now to Anderson.
Trick Jensen, he's not arguing it a lot.
The 1-2 pitch now to Anderson. Ground ball back of the middle. Backhand stop by Chris Jansen at second. Throw to first is in time for the 4-3 ground out and the first out of the inning.
Good play by Chris Jansen with that backhand to record the first out of this inning. That's a big out right there.
Yeah. So that'll bring Jaron Bradshaw to the plate now for Canyon View. With 1 out and a runner on third. First pitch, fouls it back to the screen on the curveball for strike 1.
Canyon View showing a lot of patience at the plate today, and when they are hitting the ball, they're hitting it pretty hard.
The 0-1 pitch on the outside edge, strike 2.
Coach Julian's brought his whole infield in there, wanting to get this runner at home.
1 out, the 0-2. Misses outside for ball 1. Not a bad spot from Gilbert, but Bradshaw didn't go for it.
Never a bad idea when you're up a couple pitches to throw something away from the plate and see if you can get somebody chasing.
The 1-2 pitch. Misses low. Good block by Olson. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball for a called strike 3. And Bradshaw will go down looking for the second out of the inning. First strikeout of the game for Trevin Gilbert.
Good curveball right there to get the second out of the inning.
So it brings Price Atwood to the plate. He stands on the left side. First pitch swung on, ground ball to the right side, fielded by Christiansen. Throw to first is in time for the 4-3 ground out and the third out of the inning, but Canyon View adds to their lead as they get 3 runs in the inning. They do so on 1 hit in the inning. 1 error, make that 2 errors committed by Emery in the process, and 1 runner left on base through 1.5 innings of play. It is Canyon View 5, Emery 1 on Centricom TeamHive.live and KSL Sports.
Every morning when I walk in the door, I'm still at an awe. The quality of beef that we're harvesting here at Bar W, in my 40 years of experience, I have never seen beef after beef after beef of the extreme quality. Every single one of them that are coming through are top shelf.
Barrett's Food Town has been your hometown grocer since 1935, earning your business every day with its fast, friendly, and convenient services. Barrett's meat department is second to none. You don't have to call someone out of the back room to get that special cut of meat you desire and deserve. You don't have to play card games or put up with troublesome gimmicks. You save money every time you shop Barrett's Food Town. Barrett's Food Town supports local schools and sporting events. Shop Barrett's Food Town in Salina or click on barrettsfoodtown.com or follow Barrett's on Facebook.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
Welcome back here to Utah Valley University as UCCU Ballpark in Orem as we go to the bottom of the second inning with Canyon View leading Emery 5-1 here in this 3A baseball state tournament game. 6, 7, and 8 batters coming to the plate this inning for the Spartans. Trevin Gilbert, Bronx Olson, and Garrett Conover. If they get to the fourth batter, that will be Peyton Nilsson. First pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Gilbert from Brady Anderson.
You know, Emery's down 4 runs right now, and they need to do something to get their bats going and get back in this game and put some pressure on Canyon View.
Next pitch, swung on, fly ball into left, coming in and making the catch is Bryce Atwood for out number 1. So an F7 for Gilbert, fly out to left for the first out of the inning.
That ball just carried just a little bit too far. Atwood, who's a good left fielder, got a lot of speed, comes in and makes that catch look easy.
So that'll bring Bronx Olson to the plate now for the Spartans. Do you think this is another Yankee fan?
It's got to be.
He stands it on the right side. First pitch from Anderson. Swung on and fouled back to the screen. Strike 1.
That or he comes from a rodeo family.
Yep.
Those are the only 2 options.
Yeah, but it's NX, not CS.
That's true, but NX just looks cooler.
Oh, okay. 0-1 count to Olson. Anderson sets. Next pitch misses up for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on base here in the bottom of the second inning. 5-1, Canyon View leads Emery. The 1-1 to Olson. Stays up for ball 2.
What you got to do right there, just be patient. Make him come to you and hit the one you like.
Two-one pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2.
Good hard pitch right there, pounding the inside part of the zone.
Here comes set from the stretch. 1 out, nobody on. Here's the 2-2 to Olson. Misses up for ball 3 and a full count.
Emery's got some rally cheers going on over there. They took their hats off, shaking them and trying to do whatever they can to help Bronx at the plate.
Anderson will take the sign from Thomas as again he sets. Here's the 3-2 payoff pitch. And it hits him. So Olson will take the hit by pitch and head to first base.
Now we'll see if Emery can take advantage of that free base they just got.
Pitching coach out. I'll bring Jace Franson in to run Will Emery.
Pitching coach, I know him. I work for the Levitt Group. He also works for the Levitt Group in Cedar City.
All right.
And Really good guy.
Which one's better, Richfield Levitt Group or Cedar City Levitt Group?
Well, the Levitt Group and Cedar City is our home office. Everything else, he works for the corporate office. I work for an agency. But, yeah, Mike, he's a really great guy.
So it'll bring Garrett Conover to the plate after the conference on the mound here.
Giving them all knuckles out there. I've never seen that guy do anything but smile, so I'm pretty sure he doesn't get after the players much. Just go out there, smile, and try to settle them down a little bit.
So he's the right one to go out there to try to bring good vibes.
Yeah, he played a little bit of college baseball as well, if I understand correctly, and pitched in college.
So that'll bring Garrett Conover again to the plate with 1 out and 1 on. Franson, the speed-up runner for Olson at first base for Emery. And on the right side, Conover facing the left-handed throwing Anderson. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike one.
Good pitch right there. Low inside part of the plate. Hard pitch to catch up to.
Yep.
Those low inside pitches.
About a 2.5-step lead at first for Franson. Slide step, swing and a miss, strike two to Conover.
Anderson doing a good job in this at bat, using moving the ball in and out.
So an 0-2 count. Anderson again sets. Conover brings that front foot in, kind of closing his stance a little bit. The 0-2 pitch misses low and away for ball one.
Good miss. Good miss right there. Swung at an outside pitch, the last one, just moved it out a little further.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch from Anderson to Conover here. 1 out and 1 on. Swung on. A little bit of a late swing as he fouls it into the screen to stay alive.
Good job, though, keeping his hands back on that breaking ball. You want him to go to the opposite field with it.
Yeah.
He just was a little bit late on it, but.
So count remains 1-2. Franson about a 2.5-step lead at first base. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike three, and Conover will go down swinging for the second out of the inning, third strikeout of the game for Brady Anderson.
Good job by Anderson, just keeping that ball on the outside part of the plate, just out of the reach of Conover.
Brings Peyton Nilsson to the plate now for Emery. Nilsson had a good game yesterday for the Spartans.
Yeah, yes he did.
Little shorter lead this time now by Franson. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. The 0-1 pitch. Misses low and away, ball one. That high leg kick actually prompted Franson to get back to the bag. As we've seen Anderson go with a slide step pretty much every time. Then he went with the high leg kick and kind of froze Franson at first base.
That's a good job by Anderson to mix things up right there on the mound.
1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike two, and a 1-2 count.
And then right there he goes right back to the slide step.
Five-1 your score here in the bottom of the second inning. Canyon View leading Emery. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Misses inside for ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Peyton Nilsson.
Getting a text right here from a Canyon View fan. Also another Levitt Group guy. He loves Canyon View baseball. Lives out there on the golf course in Cedar City.
Scary 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three, and Nilsson will go down swinging for the third out of the inning. Fourth strikeout of the game for Brady Anderson. As Emery gets a runner on, but do not score. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base through 2 complete. It's Canyon View 5, Emery 1 here in the 3A state tournament on Centricom, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
At Manti Family Dental, we're not just fixing teeth, we're crafting smiles with a hometown touch. Our comprehensive care from crowns to Invisalign allows us to treat the young and the young at heart. Manti Family Dental is veteran-owned and backed by Dr. Carlisle's 13 years of expertise and a heart for Manti's community.
I'm Dr. Carlisle. My wife and I chose to raise our family where roots run deep. Here, every patient is treated like a neighbor. Whether it's IV sedation to remove your wisdom teeth or getting an implant to replace a missing tooth, we ensure your dental health is in caring hands.
So give us a call to schedule a visit and discover the difference at Manti Family Dental.
Homes aren't one size fits all, so why should your home insurance be any different? Farmers Home Insurance packages offer coverage options you can tailor to fit you. Discover straightforward home coverage options and more by calling Farmers Agent Dan and Gabe Cranny at 435-896-5453. That's Dan and Gabe Cranny at 435-896-5453.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
Welcome back here to Utah Valley University as we go to the top of the third inning in a 5-1 ball game. Canyon View leading Emery here at Utah Valley. Canyon View brings the 6, 7, and 8 batters to the plate. Zach Main, Chandler McClellan, and Jake Thomas this inning. If they get to the fourth batter, that will be Cannon Williams. Trevin Gilbert on the mound for Emery. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. The 0-1 pitch on the outside edge for a called strike two. No balls, 2 strikes now to Main.
That's what Emery coaches are looking for right there, just for Gilbert to come out, throw strikes, get ahead of the batter.
The 0-2 pitch swung on, chopped to the left side, picked up at third by Conover. The throw to first is in time for the 5-3 ground out and the first out of the inning. Well, you want a guy that throws strikes. Gilbert has now thrown 42 in the third innings, and he's walked 3 guys.
Yeah, that's dang good. You know, and you don't have to be a strikeout pitcher, but right there he throws a couple strikes and gets Maine to hit that one to third base, and you can get outs by using your teammates as well.
First pitch to McClellan is missing outside for ball one. The 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball, swung on, ground ball to the left side, picked up at short by Jensen. Throw to first is in time for the 6-3 ground out and the second out of the inning. So 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the third, and a 5-1 Canyon View lead.
Seeing Gilbert just really kind of settling in now. Looks like he's feeling a lot better on the mound, more confident.
Jake Thomas stands in on the right side. First pitch from Gilbert, strike one. Now he's dialed in right now as Gilbert.
Yeah, hasn't thrown a ball in this top half of this inning.
Next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2 to Thomas. And you said he's not a strikeout guy, 23 strikeouts, 24 now with the one last inning. So, strike out about every other inning. A little more often than that, but does not put people on base for free. Next one just misses outside for ball one. Pretty good spot, but Thomas didn't bite.
Yeah. I can't remember what you said his ERA was, but
his ERA is 2.73.
Yeah, so fantastic.
The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, swung on, a high pop up to the right side. Chris Jansen calls for it at second and makes the play for out number 3. So a P4 for Thomas, and Gilbert sits down the Falcons in order. 1, 2, 3 they go. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no runners left on base through 2.5 innings of play. It's Canyon View 5, Emery 1 on Centricom at Team Hive and KSL Sports.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Riverton Chevy is more than just a dealership. For over 103 years, our family has proudly served this community because Utah is our home. Through our Everyday Champions program, we celebrate those who make our community stronger. Military, teachers, and first responders. Our local champions never pay for oil changes with the purchase of a new vehicle. Thank you for making Riverton Chevy your dealership for over a century. Visit us today in South Jordan or online at rivertonchevy.com. Still the Chevyweight champion.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
We're back here at UCCU Ballpark on the campus of Utah Valley University. Bubba Ludlow got us running in as the throw down from the catcher to second over through the players, and Ludlow was in near the dirt, and he had to run all the way out, way past the Wolverine logo to get the ball.
Yeah, he was heading back there anyway, right?
That's right. So, to the bottom of the third inning, 5-1, Kenyonview leads Emery. First pitch swinging is Stilson. Ground ball to the left side, picked up by Slack. Throw to first is offline, and Bo Stilson reaches for the second time today for the Spartans. See what they rule that one. That was going to be a tough play to make.
I think they're going to give him a hit on that one.
And they do. So an infield single for Bo Stilson. He's 2 for 2 in the game. Top of the order here for Emery. So Stilson will be followed by Trig Jensen, then Hayden Abrams. If they get to the fourth batter, it's the cleanup hitter, Tice Larson. Brady Anderson on the mound for Kenyonview. First pitch, Jensen pops up the bunt attempt, and that will be caught by Thomas for out number 1. So a P2 for Jensen for the first out of the inning, and we saw a lot of that yesterday from several teams popping up bunts.
Yeah, we did. That's the first bunt we've seen that's got in the air today. But that's the last thing Coach Julian wanted to see when he asked Jensen to lay that bunt down.
So it brings Hayden Abrams to the plate now for Emery. He'll stand in on the right side. He had a big game both on the mound and at the plate yesterday against Morgan. Anderson comes set. Closed stance for Abrams. First pitch, breaking ball. Stays up for ball 1.
Yeah, Abrams, he's actually had since the Super Regionals, he's really been playing well.
Yeah.
He's pitching well, he's fielding well, and he's hitting well.
He'll come back in on the right side. 2.5 step lead for Stilson at first base. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Or 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1 and a 1-1 count.
Anderson doing a good job keeping Stilson close. I believe he leads the team in stolen bases for Emery, and really good base runner.
He's second behind Chris Jansen, which isn't a surprise
there
either.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
But they both can steal the base. Here's the 1-1. Misses inside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Abrams. Abrams did ground out in the first inning. It was an RBI ground out that scored Bo Stilson. Grounded out to second. 0 for 1 in the game. Long signs given by Coach Julian. Abrams stands in now as Stilson takes a lead at first. 2-1 pitch, swung on, chopper to the left side, fielded at short, throw to first is not in time. As Stilson took off on the pitch, he was able to get to second, no play there, and Abrams beats it out at first. Back-to-back infield singles for the Spartans.
Yeah, just a slow hit right there. I mean, it had a big bounce and just slow getting to shortstop. Slack's playing deeper there and just doesn't have time to come up and make that play.
And he's a little frustrated by it, as you would be.
Yeah. Yeah, not much you can do about that.
Tice Larson now stands in on the right side for Emery. With 1 out and 2 on here in the third inning, down 5-1 are the Spartans. Brady Anderson sets. First pitch to Larson. Caught the outside edge for a called strike 1.
And for Emery, anything you can get to be a spark for your team, to help them get some momentum and get a couple runs back, they'll take it.
Yeah. Larson walked in his first plate appearance and got stranded at first. The 0-1 pitch swung on and fouled to the right side out of play for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes.
We got a great view here at this UCCU ballpark here at Utah Valley. You look out at the mountains, see the snow-capped mountains, and you look over here and see the beautiful LDS temple that just sits above Utah Lake.
There's the 0-2 pitch. In the dirt. Bounced away from Thomas, but down the third base line, so not wanting to risk the play at third, Bo Stilson stays at second on ball 1.
Good job by Thomas, just keeping that in front of him and keeping his eye on the runner there.
If that goes the other way, I think Stilson takes off.
Oh, absolutely.
But with it kicking to third, didn't want to risk it. 1-2 count. Anderson checks Stilson. Pitch to Larson. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Larson will go down swinging for the second out of the inning. 5th strikeout of the game for Brady Anderson. Coach Jacobson out of the dugout talking to his team.
Yeah, good work right there by Anderson, just coming low and in and recording a strikeout. There's 2 outs now in this inning and 2 runners on.
So now Hayden Christiansen at the plate for the Spartans. He's in on the right side. First pitch. Breaking ball drops in for a called strike 1 on the inside edge.
Christiansen's a really patient hitter. We saw him in the last at bat. He got down 0-2, and then he saw 11 pitches in that at bat or something like that.
The last one he saw 8. Yeah.
Or 8, okay, 8 pitches.
Swing and a miss there for strike 2, 0-2 count.
And then I say he's patient, and then he swings it down right there. But that was a good pitch to hit.
So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on here for Emery in the bottom of the third, losing 5-1 to Canyon View. Anderson from the stretch. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball in the dirt. Runners take off. Picking it up is Thomas. Throw to first is in time. And Christiansen will go down swinging for the 3rd out of the inning. 6th strikeout of the game for Brady Anderson. Emery threatens, but they do not score. No runs on 2 hits. No errors by Canyon View. And 2 runners left on base through 3 complete. It's Canyon View 5, Emery 1 on Centricom Team Hive and KSL Sports.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West. Specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly, Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026. Or go to sanpetesteel.com.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
Welcome back here to UCCU Ballpark at Utah Valley University. As we go to the top of the 4th inning in a 5-1 ball game, Canyon View leading Emery here at the 3A state tournament. And the Falcons will bring the 9-1 and 2 batters to play this inning. First pitch swinging is Cannon Williams as he fouls it off for strike 1. He'll be followed by Bubba Ludlow, then Asher Slack. If they get to the 4th batter, that will be Brady Anderson. Trevin Gilbert on the mound for Emery. There's the 0-1 to Williams in the dirt for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike.
Gilbert in the last 2 innings, he's retired 6 straight. So he's really settled in there for the Spartans.
There's a 1-1 count here on Williams. That one just misses outside for ball 2. Two-one pitch. on the outside edge for a called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pretty close to the same pitch.
Yeah, must have been just a little bit more in.
2-2 breaking ball. Misses for ball 3 and a full count to Williams.
That definitely looked like it was out to me.
Here's the payoff pitch from Gilbert. Swung on, bloops into right field. Stilson coming in. He'll make the play for out number 1 and F9 for Cannon Williams for the first out of the inning. So it brings Bubba Ludlow to the plate. 2 for 2 in the game is Ludlow.
Blues getting worked over from both crowds right now.
Yep. First pitch from Gilbert. Swung on, fly ball into right. Stilson on the move to his left. And he will make the play for out number 2. So an F9 for Ludlow for the second out of the inning.
Ludlow took his bat 75 feet with him.
Of course, you can't touch first base with the bat in your hand, so he knew when he needed to drop it.
He knew.
So Asher Slack comes to the plate now with 2 outs, nobody on base here in the top of the 4th inning. Gilbert working out of the windup. First pitch on the outside edge, strike 1. Slack is 0 for 2 in the game. Hit into a fielder's choice in the first inning and grounded out, or reached on an error in the second inning, The 0-1 pitch swung on. That one is going to get over the head of Christiansen into shallow right center field for a 2-out single for Asher Slack.
No longer 0 for in the game with that good single into right center field.
Gilbert had retired 8 straight before Slack reaches base. And brings Brady Anderson to the plate.
Yeah, just a good piece of hitting right there. Just drives that over the second baseman's head for a 2-out single.
First pitch on the outside edge, strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Just a bit low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Anderson's 0 for 1 in the game. He walked and scored in the first, or his position scored in the first. And then he grounded out to second in the second inning. The 0-1 pitch. Misses outside, or 1-1 pitch. Misses outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Slack over there on first, getting not a real big lead, but he gets a really good secondary lead on the pitch.
Two-1, swung on, fly ball into center field. Abrams is there, and he'll make the play for out number 3 and F8 for Anderson for the third out of the inning. Hit well, but right at Hayden Abrams. So Canyon View gets a runner on, but they do not score. No runs on 1 hit, no errors committed by Emery, and 1 runner left on base through 3.5 innings of play. We're halfway home. It's Canyon View 5, Emery 1 at the 3A state tournament on Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
Alright, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
Jorgensen's Power Sports is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor adventure needs. We carry a wide variety of ATVs, UTVs, RVs, firearms, outdoor accessories, and much more. Complete with both a service and warranty department. Check us out online at www.jhsport.com or give us a call at 435-896-6408.
Basin machinery takes vertical tillage to the max with the Turbo Max from Great Plains. With its hydraulically adjustable gang angle, the Turbo Max gives you lots of options. In the fall, you can run the machine at an angle to bury more residue. And in the spring, you can run it straight to create an excellent vertically tilled seed bed, all to help you achieve the best yields. Call Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora today to see what the Turbo Max can do for you. Mason Machinery in Great Plains. Harvest starts here.
Back here at UCCU Ballpark as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Canyonview leading Emery 5-1 here in this 3A baseball state tournament. Emery brings us 6, 7, and 8 batters to the plate. Trevin Gilbert, Bronx Olson, and Garrett Conover. If they get to the fourth batter, that is Peyton Nilsson. Brady Anderson on the mound. Pitching well for Canyonview. Gets the called strike one at the top of the zone to Gilbert.
Yeah, Brady Anderson, he's pitched a really good game for Canyonview right now. He's got, 5 or 6 strikeouts, a base on balls.
Here's the 0-1 to Gilbert. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Yeah, 2 strikeouts, an inning exactly. Is what he's been doing.
You like that as a coach.
The 0-2 to Gilbert. Misses inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gilbert's 0 for 1. He flew out to left field to lead off the second inning. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, misses up and away for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Gilbert.
A few folks thought that might have been a strike.
So the 2-2 count. Gilbert backing on the right side, facing the left-handed throwing Anderson. 2-2 pitch. Misses low for ball 3, and Gilbert able to work it back to a full count. Gilbert steps back in with a little bit of an open stance. Anderson preferring to work from the stretch, comes set. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Gilbert will go down swinging for the first out of the inning, 7th strikeout of the game for Brady Anderson.
Good pitch right there. He really just kind of challenged him right down the middle there. It looked like Gilbert just swung over the top of that pitch.
So it'll bring Bronx Olson to the plate now for Canyonview. Or for Emery, excuse me. He stands in on the right side. First pitch, messes up for ball 1. Caught the outside edge for a called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, another good pitch right there on the outside corner of the plate to even the count up.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on base. 1-1 pitch, thought about it, held off. Watches ball 2 go by low and in for a 2-1 count.
They appealed down there to the first base umpire. He said that he did not offer at that pitch. Across the plane.
Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2, and a 2-2 count now to Olson. Olson got hit by a pitch in his previous plate appearance on a full count pitch. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Olson goes down swinging for the second out of the inning. 8th strikeout of the game for Brady Anderson.
Yeah, a good pitch right there, just down in the zone. Something that Bronx Olson just swings over the top of.
So to bring Garrett Conover to the plate. 2 outs and nobody on base. First pitch from Anderson. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Anderson, he's locked in right now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Kind of had Conover just waving at that one out on his front foot. getting a little extended. It's the 0-1 pitch. Out will miss high and away. Ball one, 1 ball, 1 strike.
You always wonder what you should say sometimes, if there's a no-hitter, you don't want to do something to jinx them. If somebody's, hasn't got out in the game or whatever, it always makes you nervous to say something you shouldn't because you don't want to wish ill on somebody.
1-1 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2.
But Anderson right here has a chance to strike out the side.
Yes, he does. Two outs, nobody on base. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one misses low in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Conover struck out in his previous at-bat back in the 2nd inning. So 0-for-1 in the game. 2 of the 3 hits today for Emery have been Bo Stilson. Hayden Abrams had the other. Here's the 2-2 to Conover. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and he will go down swinging for the 3rd out of the inning. And 9th strikeout of the game for Brady Anderson as he strikes out the side and sits him down in order. 1, 2, 3 they go. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no runners left on base through 4 innings of play. Canyon View 5, Emery 1 on Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
As a urologist, my job includes treating kidney stones, diagnosing, treating prostate cancer, and other disorders of the urinary system. Here at CVMC, specialists and primary care physicians all work very closely together.
As a family physician, being able to have continuity of care and direct relationships with our specialists is something we're very fortunate to have here.
I'm Dr. David Sewell, board-certified urologist. I'm proud to provide state-of-the-art care here at Central Valley Medical Center.
Are you a new CDL license holder? If so, Barney Trucking would like to train and pay you to become a world-class truck driver on state-of-the-art equipment. They also provide you with reliable, courteous support, a fantastic wage, paid holidays, solid benefits, home daily schedules, paid time off, an excellent safety record, and respect. Dependable truck drivers have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. Start your outstanding career by applying today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
Welcome back here to Utah Valley University as we go to the top of the 5th inning in a 5-1 ball game. Canyon View leading Emery here in this 3A baseball state tournament game. And the Falcons will bring the 4, 5, and 6 batters to the plate this inning. Jaron Bradshaw, Bryce Atwood, and Zach Main. And first pitch swinging is Bradshaw as he drives one into left field for a leadoff single for the Falcons.
Yeah, and that's his first hit of the game. Good hit right there, driving that out into left field, that line drive.
If they get to the 4th batter, that'll be Chandler McClellan this inning for Canyon View. Trevin Gilbert on the mound for Emery. Gilbert's been pitching well since coming on in relief. He's thrown 3 innings, giving up no runs on 2 hits.
Yeah, he's been doing a good job on the mound for Emery.
Line drive here into center field, though. Back-to-back singles for the Falcons as Bryce Atwood drives one into center field.
Another really good hit right there. Hit sharply into center field, and they come up throwing. Hayden Abrams comes up throwing, but too late there. Does not get the out at second base.
So it'll bring Zach Main to the plate. Main's 1 for 2 in the game. First pitch from Gilbert. He'll square to bunt, pull it back, and watch his ball one go by low.
Tells you Coach Jacobson wants to get a few more runs on the board.
Yeah.
Right there, if he's wanting to bunt right here with a 4-run lead.
Main had an RBI single in the 1st inning, then grounded out to 3rd in the 3rd inning. He'll square to bunt again, drops it down the 3rd base side, and it will go foul for strike 1. Nearly a really nice bunt.
Yeah.
But just rolled a few inches foul.
That was a tough bunt to defend right there. Gets about 15 feet from home plate and just stopped. But, yeah, if that stays fair, I think you got everybody safe on that one.
Yeah, I think so. But instead it's just strike one. So Maine comes back in. The 1-1 count. We'll see if he squares to bunt again here. He does. Pulls it back and watches strike 2 go by for 1 ball, 2 strike count.
Good pitch right there by Gilbert, catching the outside corner of the plate.
So as Maine stands back in, Gilbert comes set. The 1-2 pitch. Misses low and in. Ball kicks away from Olsen, and taking off was Bradshaw. He got a huge secondary lead, and as soon as that ball was in the dirt, he took off to take the base on ball 2.
Yeah, even though that ball kicked towards third base, Bradshaw had enough of a secondary lead that there was no chance, and it kicked off him twice.
So a 2-2 count to Maine, 2 in scoring position now with no outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Infield pulled in now for Emery. 2-2 pitch, swung on, ground ball to the left side, fielded at short by Jensen. Throw to first is in time. He checked the runner and got the out. A 6-3 put out for the first out of the inning.
Great play by Jensen, looking the runner back there at third, and then just makes a hard throw across the diamond to get out number 1.
So it'll bring Chandler McClellan to the plate now for the Falcons. 0 for 2 in the game today. Get into a 4-6-3 double play and then grounded out to the shortstop. Infield remains pulled in with now 1 out as Gilbert sets. He'll square to bunt, drops it down to the pitcher. Bare hand home, throw to home is not in time. Bradshaw slides in safely as McClellan successfully lays down a bunt to score a run.
Yeah, great bunt right back there. The pitcher, McClellan, gets down the line real fast. The only play that Gilbert had was to come home, really. He underhanded that ball to Olsen, but it was just a little bit too high.
Looks like they didn't roll that one a hit, so a fielder's choice is the rule. We'll see if they've changed anything on here or not. Coach Julian coming out to plead his case for Emery. So runners on first and third. And with 1 out. The runner on first now, they do drop middle infield into double play depth. And Jake Thomas at the plate. 6-1 Canyon View. He'll square to bunt. Watches ball 1 go by. 3 straight batters getting the bunt sign from Coach Jacobson. He'll square it again. 1-0 pitch down the third base line. That one's going to be good for a hit.
Oh.
RBI bunt single for Jake Thomas.
What a bunt right down the third baseline, and no chance to get an out anywhere.
Really surprised we didn't see Conover coming in the last 3 batters more.
Yeah, you think he'd be playing in on the grass quite a ways, but he's staying just about a step behind the bag.
So runners on first and second. They will bring Phelps Sanders out to run for Thomas. 1 out in the inning, and Cannon Williams at the plate now for Canyon View. Are we going to get another bunt sign here? They are. With the third baseman still playing way back, they just keep on bunting. Pulled it back and watches ball 1 go by.
Yeah, they're just going to keep after it until Emery can show that they can get an out.
Yeah.
But yeah, third baseman, he is a step behind the bag. You'd think that he'd be up on the grass.
Williams in on the right side. Gilbert comes set. Doesn't bunt this time. Flies one into right field. Stilson going. Can't make the catch. It's over his head. That one 2 hops the wall. 1 run comes in. Williams is on his way to third. And 2 runs coming to score for the Canyon View Falcons. They make it 9-1 here in the top of the 5th inning.
Hard hit line drive out over Stilton's head in right field. He gets himself 2 RBIs and a triple.
That'll bring Bubba Ludlow to the plate now for Canyon View as Coach Julian's out on the mound visiting with his team. Looks like he's going to make a pitching change too. So we'll take the break for the change. We're in the top of the 5th inning. 9-1. Canyon View leads Emery with 1 out and a runner on third here in the top of the 5th of the 3A Baseball State Tournament on Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Drive for a winning team. DP Curtis Trucking works hard to move America and get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis hires reliable drivers with competitive starting pay and raises after 90 days. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, and attainable bonuses, and more. Why would you drive for anyone else? Call DP Curtis Trucking for details, 435-893-2900. That's 435-893-2900, or click on dpcurtis.com.
Marijuana has a lot of names, and even more opinions about it. It's a gray area. And even though we don't know everything about it, we do know that the adolescent brain is still under construction until early adulthood. A developing brain's gray matter, the stuff that lets kids think, analyze, and create, can be impacted by misusing cannabis at a young age. So talk to your kids. Let them know that gray matters.
To learn more, visit graymatters.utah.gov.
Back here at Utah Valley
Marijuana.
Come in from the outfield to play short, and Trevin Gilbert will head to the outfield for Emery. Runner on third here for the Canyon View Falcons. Emery will bring the infield in on the grass with Bubba Ludlow at the plate. It's a 9-1 game, which means a potential game-ending run is at the plate for Canyon View.
Of course, they are the visitors.
Yes.
So Emery will get a chance to hit.
That ball misses in the dirt outside. I thought I saw the umpire show a strike sign on that first pitch, but the scoreboard shows 2-0. So we'll go with 2-0 and see if that changes. Next pitch from Jensen to Ludlow. Check swing, but went around. Strike one. Nope, it is 1-2.
Yeah,
so that's what we're thinking.
Yeah, you had it right.
Trust myself, huh?
That's right.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ludlow. He's 2 for 3 in the game. 1-2 curveball. Goes out to that high one, pops it up to the left side. Giving chase is Abrams and Larson. Larson in foul territory will make the play.
Good play by Larson. He had come in on the grass there on the green turf, and good job running that one down.
So a P5 for the second out of the inning. Excuse me, Gilbert went back to first. I believe, and Larson
went back to third.
And Conover went to the outfield as Abrams came in to play shortstop. So that brings Asher Slack to the plate now. First pitch swinging, fly ball into right center field is nearly caught by Christiansen as he knocks it out of the air but can't quite reel it in, and it's an RBI single for Asher Slack as Williams comes in to score. I thought that was for sure over Christiansen.
Yeah. I want to see that replay.
Caught it.
Yeah, but with his speed, it's just, man, he even kind of hesitated right there, but still almost caught up to that.
Yeah. So Slack with the RBI single. That brings it up to Brady Anderson, the 9th batter of the inning. 10-1, Canyon View leads. First pitch, misses low, ball 1. Two and a half step lead at first base. 1-0 pitch, misses high and away for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Anderson's 0 for 2 in the game. He walked and scored in the first, grounded out to second in the second, flew out to center in the 4th. 2-0 pitch, misses outside, throw down to first. Not in time as Slack dives back safely. 3-0 count. I like Olsen throwing that down. Slack had kind of just been hanging out off the base.
Yeah, not a bad idea right there from Olsen.
So 3-0 count. Next pitch. On the inside edge, strike one. 3 balls, 1 strike. The 3-1 pitch, swung on and fouled to the left side, out of play for strike 2 and a full count. So runner will take off on the pitch. That's Asher Slack at first. With 2 outs and a full count. Here's the payoff pitch to Anderson. Swung on, fly ball fouled on the left field line as he battles to stay alive.
Seen a bunch of pitches right here. Just wanting to get the one he likes and to keep that between the lines.
Again, here's the payoff pitch. Breaking ball drops in for a called strike 3, and Anderson will go down looking for the 3rd out of the inning. First strikeout of the game for Trig Jensen, but Canyon View has added to their lead as they've scored 5 runs in the inning. They do so on 5 hits in the inning, and there were no errors committed by Emery in the process, and 1 runner left on base through 4.5 innings of play. It's Canyon View 10, Emery 1 at the 3A state tournament on Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Or online at rivertonchevy.com. Still the Chevyweight champion.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do."
Heads up for the perfect solution to jumpstart your outdoor adventure. Whether you're tearing up the back roads or backcountry, driving the trails or highways of Utah, or making waves on the waterways with family or friends, it's high time you experience the unsurpassed excitement destination at the Jorgensen Auto Group. Jorgensen Chevrolet need from Jorgensen Ford and Jorgensen Power Sports in Richfield will make sure you're properly outfitted. That's Jorgensen Auto Group. Jorgensen Chevrolet from Jorgensen Ford, Jorgensen Power Sports Richfield, thrill seekers wanted.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
We're back at you. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning in a 10-1 ball game now as Canyon View has doubled their score in the top half of the inning to lead Emery by 9 runs here at the 3A state tournament. Emery brings the 9-1 and 2 batters to the plate this inning with Peyton Nilsson, Bo Stilton, and Trig Jensen. If they get to the 4th batter, that'll be Hayden Abrams. Brady Anderson dealing on the mound for the Falcons. First pitch, strike 1 to Nilsson. Anderson has struck out 5 straight. There's the 0-1 pitch. Misses up and in for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nilsson's 0 for 1 of the game, striking out swinging to end the 2nd inning.
Yeah, it's amazing. This is only his second plate appearance in the game.
Yeah. The 1-1. Drops in for a called strike 2 and a 1-2 count.
Good curveball right there, just dropping that down in the strike zone for strike 2.
One-two pitch. Swung on and fouled off. That might have hit Nilsson had he not swung at it.
Yeah. God, I almost wonder if that hit the butt of the bat when he swung at it.
Yeah. So count remains 1-2. Next pitch from Anderson. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Nilsson will go down swinging for the 1st out of the inning, 10th strikeout of the game for Anderson, including his 6th straight.
Yeah, he's just continues to deal out there on the mound for Canyon View. And just, it looks like he's just getting stronger as the game goes on.
Yeah. Brings Bo Stilton to the plate now for Emery. He has 2 of the team's 3 hits. Triple and a single. First pitch swinging, ground ball foul to the left side for strike 1. He gets out of the box real fast.
Yes, he does.
His first hit was that triple to center field. The second one was an infield hit.
Yeah. And Stilson's the only hitter for Emery's lineup that Brady Anderson hasn't gotten out.
Yeah. Stilson's 2 for 2. 0-1 count. Pitch from Anderson. Thought about it, held off. Watches strike 2 go by. Does Stilson for the 0-2 count.
Good pitch right there, but that's not a pitch Stilson wanted. And he's got another one coming.
The 0-2 delivery. Swung on, ground ball, fielded at third by Bradshaw. Throw to first is in time for the 5-3 ground out and the second out of the inning. And they get Bo Stilson for the first time today.
Yeah, see, I don't know if I should have said that. Maybe I jinxed him. Maybe not, but he did break the strikeout streak, though. He had 6 straight.
Yep. That'll bring Trig Jensen to the plate. He stands in on the left side. First pitch from Anderson. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. So an 0-1 count. 2 outs and nobody on base here in the bottom of the 5th. 10-1 Canyon View. Breaking ball misses up for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Emery looking for any kind of life they can get from anybody in the order right now.
Next one misses in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Jensen, who's 0 for 2. He struck out in the first and popped out to the catcher in the third. Anderson, a long pause. Here's the 2-1 to Jensen. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2-2 count.
Another good pitch there coming from the hand of Brady Anderson. He's got 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Nobody on base. Bottom 5, 10-1 Falcons. 2-2 breaking ball. Just stayed up for ball 3 and a full count.
Yeah, pretty close pitch to let go, but Blue says that's high. He gets the final say.
That's right, he does. So here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Jensen will go down missing, swinging for the third strikeout of the third out of the inning, and the 11th strikeout of the game for Brady Anderson. As he sits them down in order 1, 2, 3, they go. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no runners left on base. Through 5 complete. It is Canyon View 10, Emery 1 on Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is your local employee-owned and operated solution for plumbing, heating, and cooling, waterworks, agricultural irrigation, landscaping irrigation, power equipment, pumps, tools, and safety. Discover the difference a knowledgeable and friendly staff can make for you. With thousands of products and brands you know and trust, Mountain Land Supply has what you need when you need it. Call, click, or come into Mountain Land Supply of Richfield and let us help you move mountains.
Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
Welcome back here to UCCU Ballpark at Utah Valley University. To the top of the 6th inning we go in a 10-1 ball game. Canyon View leading Emery. And the Falcons will bring to the plate this inning the 4, 5, and 6 batters. Jaron Bradshaw, Bryce Atwood, and Zach Main. If they get to the 4th batter, that'll be Chandler McClellan. Trig Jensen on the mound for Emery. First pitch to Bradshaw. Misses away, ball 1.
For these listeners at home, if that sounded like Groundhog Day from the last inning, that's exactly what it is. We're starting the top half of this inning off with Jaron Bradshaw just like we did the last.
Next pitch misses inside for ball 2. Nearly clipped him for a 2-0 count. Trig Jensen again on the mound for Emery. He came on in relief last inning. Faced the last 3 batters, got 2 outs to end the inning. And that one's way outside for ball 3 and a 3-0 count now to Bradshaw. .3-0 pitch. Misses up for ball 4, and Bradshaw will draw the leadoff base on balls. And again, Bradshaw, with him being on base, if he comes across, he would be the potential game-ending run if Canyon View can hold Emery in the bottom half of the inning. Of course, Brady Anderson at this point sitting at 83 pitches, likely going to get to 86.
Yeah.
Unless they decide to make a change. So as far as the pitch count's concerned, unless they make a pitching change, it's not going to make much of a difference for Canyon View as ball 1 misses high and away to Atwood.
So maybe for the folks at home, it'd be nice if you kind of explained what the pitch rules are as far as what it is, how many pitches they can pitch a day, and how much rest they need between outings.
Strike 1 there to Atwood for a 1-1 count. Well, as you look at the way the pitch count is set up here at UHSAA, so you've got 35 pitches or less to be able to pitch the next day. And I'll pull some of those up for you here just 1 second. Next pitch misses inside for ball 2 to Atwood. 2 balls, 1 strike. And so if you've thrown 35 or less, 0 days rest. But you can only throw up to 75 in 2 days. And so if you throw 35 today, the most you can throw tomorrow is 40. If you throw 36 to 60 pitches, then it is a 1-day rest. You have to take at least 1 day off, but then the day after that, you get a full pitch count.
And that's 1 full day, not
24 hours.
24 hours, but
it's the next day
the next
you can't
day.
pitch. 3-1 pitch is on the outside edge for a called strike 2 here. When you go from 61 to 85, and that's why this is where that piece is at, you get to 85 pitches, and then you have a mandatory 2 days rest in that 25 pitch range. And then if you get from 86 or above, 3 days rest. Fly ball to left field. That will be caught by Peyton Nilsson for out number 1 on Bryce Atwood as he F7 for the first out of the inning.
Well hit ball, but he hit that right at the left fielder there, and easy play.
And of course, the max pitches in a day is 110. You can finish the batter though, so we routinely see people go 112, 113 in those ranges. But 110 is your max in a day. And again, 86 to 110 is required 3-day rest. Fly ball down the right field line is going to go foul off the bat of Zach Main for strike 1.
So if there's any UHSAA people listening, I would love the explanation of how come you can pitch 110 in 1 day but only 75 in 2.
That is the question.
I know there's some reasonings behind it, some science, but I'm not a scientist, and I don't know the reasoning, so that's why I'm asking.
0-1 pitch is in there for a called strike 2 to Main for an 0-2 count. 1 out, runner on first is still Bradshaw for Canyon View. Zach Main at the plate. Main is 1 for 3 in the game. An RBI single in the first. 2 groundouts in the 3rd and 5th. Here's the 0-2 from Jensen. Swung on, chopped foul to the left side as Main stays alive.
Jensen keeping them on their toes there. That off-speed pitch.
And if you get to your 75 pitches in 2 days, then you must have 1 day rest, which is kind of a moot. They say that as part of the rules, but again, if you do that, that means you've had to go over. That one's going to hit Main in the back of the helmet.
Yeah.
Looks like he's doing all right, though.
That's why we buy those helmets.
That's right. So he heads to first. It'll bring Chandler McClellan to the plate. But like I said, if that's when you have that, if you're going to get to 75 in 2 days, you've obviously gone over 35 one of the 2 days. So there's going to be a required 1 day rest regardless.
Right. And it's a big deal for these teams as they try to manage the pitching and manage the number of pitches they throw in a game.
Breaking ball from McClellan misses up for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Runners take off. Swing and a miss. Throw down to third is in time, but he missed the tag. Did Larson. Sliding around it is Bradshaw. And he is safe at third. Double still on. It's a 1-1 count with 1 out and 2 in scoring position now for the Falcons.
Great slide right there by Bradshaw. He went to the left field side of the bag, slid around it, and moved out of the way of the tag, jumped up and got on the base, and he's safe.
1-1 pitch called strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
But the throw was there. It
Yeah.
was there. He just did a great job with that slide.
So 1-2 count. Infield pulled in now for Emery. Swung on, chopper to the right side. It's going to get past Christiansen, trying to get set to try to come home with the ball, and it gets through. McClellan's going to go to second and slides in safely. 2 runs coming to score for the Falcons. It's now 12-1 Canyon View here in the top of the 6th.
Looking to see what they ruled that. Looks like they ruled that in air.
Yeah, they did rule that in air.
Okay.
So they'll bring Jake Thomas to the plate now. Hitting from the right side with the runner on second and 1 out. 12-1 Canyon View leads. First pitch on the outside edge, strike 1.
Well, I appreciate that explanation of the pitch count rules. Now with 3A, where they've changed to more of the College World Series format.
Yeah.
Not as big a deal as it used to be. 2A, still a huge deal as you could hit.
Line drive into center field by Thomas. McClellan had to see it through, so he will hold at third. Runners on the corners now for the Falcons.
Yeah, real good hit right there by Jake Thomas, driving that into center field. Hard line drive.
Brings Cannon Williams to the plate. But Coach Julian's out of the dugout first now for Emery. We're in the top of the 6th inning. 12-1 Canyon View leads, as the Falcons putting up double-digit runs each of the last 2 days here at the 3A state tournament.
Looks like more just a mound visit, just to talk to his players and talk to him about the situation they have on the bases with just 1 out in this inning. Man, that thing was roped.
Yeah, it was. Looks like they're going to make a change, though, here.
Oh, they are going to, okay.
Some players changing gears, so a pitching change coming here for Emery. In the top of the 6th inning, it's 12-1. Canyon View leads the Spartans. And Canyon View has runners on first and third with 1 out here in the inning on Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
This is more than just a job. It's a mission of caring. There's nothing more precious than a human life, and we all honor that responsibility. Beginning in 1932, we've been standing ready to serve our communities with trust, quality, and knowledge. And most of all, human connections.
Jorgensen's Power Sports is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor adventure needs. We carry a wide variety of ATVs, UTVs, RVs, firearms, outdoor accessories, and much more. Complete with both a service and warranty department. Check us out online at www.jhsport.com or give us a call at 435-896-6408.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
Welcome back here to UCCU Ballpark. In the top of the 6th inning, Canyon View leads Emery 12-1 here at the 3A Baseball State Tournament, and a pitching change here for the Emery Spartans as Hayden Christiansen will take over on the mound for Emery, replacing Trig Jensen. And Jensen's going to go to second base, and Hayden will just trade places. And the first batter that Christiansen faces will be Cannon Williams for Canyon View. And runners on first and third for the Falcons with 1 out.
Coach Jillian just asking Christiansen to come and throw some strikes, see if he can get a ground ball or a fly ball out, something to help his team.
First pitch swung on, high pop up, will stay in the infield. Down the first baseline is Gilbert, and he will make the play for out number 2. Well, there you go, P3 for Williams for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, that's easy, right?
That's right. So Bubba Ludlow comes to plate next for Canyon View. He'll stand in on the right side. And runners on the corners. First pitch breaking ball, misses up for ball 1. That's McClellan at third, Thomas at first. Next pitch on the outside edge, strike 1.
There you go, he ends the count back up. 1-1 with 2 outs.
So I said it's Thomas at first. It's actually Phelps Sanders running for Thomas. There's the 1-1. Breaking ball, swung on, line drive, back of the middle is going to get through for a base hit. RBI single for Bubba Ludlow makes it now 13-1. His third hit of the game.
Yeah, and every hit he's had, I mean, he's just really hitting it on the numbers.
Runners on first and second now for Canyon View with 2 outs. 13-1, Falcons lead. Brings Asher Slack to the plate. They want the ball. They're calling it the state record ball. We had it as his first hit of the game as the state record ball, but.
Yeah. Well, it's good he got a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, he deserves it. Absolutely deserves it.
First pitch on the outside edge, strike 1.
That's a heck of an accomplishment for a kid to break that record.
And I guess potentially somebody else in another has already reached that.
Oh, that's true.
It, and so he's had to break it again, maybe one of those things.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Fouls that one back to the screen, does Slack. Strike 2 and an 0-2 count. They don't update those until the season's over, so it's not updated live. Slack back in on the right side. He's the 8th batter of the inning. 2 outs and 2 on. Breaking ball stays up for ball 1. Slack's 2 for 4 in the game. Pair of singles, 2 RBIs. And a run scored. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, ground ball left side. Filtered by Abrams. He's going to go to first with it. In the dirt, scooped by Gilbert off the hop for out number 3. A 6-3 ground out for the third out of the inning. But Canyon View adds to their lead as they get 3 runs in the inning. They do so on just 2 hits in the inning. And 1 error committed by Emery in the process, and 2 runners left on base through 5.5 innings of play. Canyon View 13, Emery 1 on Centricom Team Hive and KSL Sports.
Hey, y'all, just a reminder to shop Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring, offering windows and glass sales and installation, including window tinting. Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring, 410 North Main in Richfield, has a huge inventory and always sells at rock-bottom prices, and Shepherd's has the service to back it all up. Click shepherdscarpets.com. Carpet, flooring, windows, and glass, and more. Shop Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Click shepherdscarpets.com and sit back and try to wipe that big old smile off your face.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Riverton Chevy is more than just a dealership. For over 103 years, our family has proudly served this community because Utah is our home. Through our Everyday Champions program, we celebrate those who make our community stronger. Military, teachers, and first responders. Our local champions never pay for oil changes with the purchase of a new vehicle. Thank you for making Riverton Chevy your dealership for over a century. Visit us today in South Jordan or online at rivertonchevy.com. Still the Chevyweight champion.
They go to the bottom of the sixth inning with Canyon View leading Emery 13-1 here in this 3A state tournament game, and Brady Anderson trying to get the sixth-inning complete game win over the Spartans. Has to go through the heart of the Emery order, though, with Hayden Abrams, Tice Larson, and Hayden Christiansen, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. If Emery gets the fourth batter, that'll be Trevin Gilbert. Swing and a miss from Abrams on the first pitch for the 0-1 count. Anderson now comes set. The 0-1. In the dirt for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I hit Thomas in the hand. He's shaking his right hand off there. That hurts. Cold night right there, and the ball hits your fingers.
Yeah.
We say he's going to walk that off. I mean, it didn't hit his leg or anything, but you got to walk around and shake that off.
Coach comes out for Canyon View, want to check on him.
Yeah, Coach Mike's coming out, and he'll pat him on the back, give him a smile, tell him good job.
So he heads back to the dugout. Abrams will stand back in the right side. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And 8 outs, it says on the scoreboard.
That's a new record.
Next one misses high and away for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike, and that also means that he has hit the 86 pitch number, so that he will not be able to pitch again until Saturday if Canyon View is able to make it to the final day. Which right now they're in a pretty good position to do so. 2-1 pitch is fouled off to the right side of the play for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And if they do, that'll be 2 years in a row that they've made it to Saturday.
Yeah.
An opportunity to win a state championship.
So 2-2 count. Anderson comes set. Next pitch to Abrams. This is low for ball 3. That one kind of came off of Thomas Weird again for a 3-2 full count.
Yeah, it did. Those catchers work dang hard. I mean, they're crouched down for a couple hours during these games, and, well, I guess they can come up and hit, but they're still crouched down for half the game, and, man, that's tough.
Yeah. Count's full. Payoff pitch from Anderson. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Abrams will go down swinging for the first out of the inning. 12th strikeout of the game for Brady Anderson.
Good pitch right there. High fastball, just blows it past Abrams. And Abrams is a good hitter. He's a hard out.
Yes, he is, as that brings to the plate Tice Larson now for Emery. He stands it on the right side. First pitch on the inside edge. Strike 1. Had a good tail on it to keep it on that inside edge.
Yeah, good pitch by Anderson.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 and an 0-2 count.
Yeah, Anderson, he's just dealing out there today, and he's just gotten tougher and tougher throughout the ball game.
No balls, 2 strikes to Larson. The 0-2. Swung on. Foul down the right field line. Will get down into the bullpen. Long run, though, for first base by Zach Main.
Yeah, Zach Main made it. He's pretty close to that ball.
Yeah. No balls, 2 strikes, to Tyce Larson with 1 out.
Brady Anderson, he was ready to go right there. He needed to wait for McClellan and Main to get back to first and second base there before he throws the ball.
The 0-2. Swung on, fly ball into shallow center field. Ludlow coming in, not going to get to it. As Larson bloops one into center field for a 1-out single for the Spartans, just their 4th hit of the game.
Yeah, just a little bit of an in-betweener right there, in between Ludlow and McClellan at second base. And Larson gets a single, his first hit of the game.
I'm going to bring the freshman Breck Griffin on to run for Tyce Larson. If Emery's able to force another inning here, we'll see Larson re-enter most likely. But they need 3 runs to get there with 1 out and 1 on. Hayden Christiansen will bat next. Brady Anderson trying to stay warm, playing a little catch while the umpire writes down the courtesy runner, or the pinch runner, excuse me. So in on the right side is Christiansen. Anderson from the stretch. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Christiansen's 0 for 2 in the game. He struck out swinging twice.
You know, if you're going to look to try to double up Christiansen, the middle infield's going to have to come in a little closer. He gets down the line so fast.
There's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, ground ball to the left side. Filtered by Slack at short. Flip to second, throw to first. Not in time. They get the lead runner on the fielder's choice, as you said it, Corey. And 2 outs in the inning with a runner on first.
Yeah, and they did everything they needed to there. Just real clean play, good turn, but Christiansen just outruns that throw coming from second base.
So it'll bring Trevin Gilbert to the plate. Last chance here for the Spartans to try to extend the game 1 more inning. So they take the sign from Coach Julian. Gilbert's 0 for 2 in the game, flew out to left and struck out. He stands in on the right side here. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1.
Trevin Gilbert, he's trying to come in and get his first hit of the game and keep the game going.
About a 2.5 step lead for Christiansen at first. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2 and an 0-2 count.
So now Emery's down to their last strike.
Brady Anderson sets. With 2 outs, the 0-2. Swung on, slow ground ball to the right side. Picked up by Main. The flip to Anderson at first is not in time. He didn't hit the bag. And now the throw to second is in time as they backdoor Hayden Christiansen to end the game. And Canyon View wins it 13-1 over the Emery Spartans. Canyon View will move on to the Bracket 1 finals tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. Emery will drop down to play Morgan at 1:30 tomorrow afternoon to try to get back to play Canyon View tomorrow night. We'll take the break and come back with our postgame show next on Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.